Hi there. I'd like to talk about a dead man switch on a kayak. I have a Minn Kota 3030 trolling motor that I've taken jerry-rigged where I can have it at the back of my kayak with a transom. I have a video on that, and I'm going to give a link to the video on how that works. But I want to talk about the dead man switch because it's so important. Now, inside my milk crate I have my battery, and I have a 32 amp hour battery, which gives me about 3 hours. That's beside the point. So, here's the point. The power. The power that goes from the battery to the motor, this is the cord, and what we do is we have the dead man switch interrupting it, okay? So it doesn't matter whether you take red or black, I don't really care. But the kicker is, somewhere along the way, this switch has to be part of the circuit. And I use a little boat lanyard cord. If I fall out, it pulls out, the motor dies and stops instantly. Got to put it in order to make it work. It's heavy duty. It's about a 30 or is it a 50 amp? That's pretty heavy duty. 12 volt switch. And I'm going to give you some links on where to get them, and I'm going to show you some close-ups on how to make all this work. Okay? So. So I may as well keep on running. There is the trolling motor, and I cut the shaft very carefully, pulled the wires out, and the wires that go to the control, I took those wires and I brought them and I made a box. I got it from Home Depot or Lowe's, I don't know which, and this is my control. I have a magnet on the bottom. I glued a magnet on the side of my kayak, and it just goes on and it stays on, and it's like a 60-pound magnet. It doesn't move. The other wires that come from the trolling motor are the positive and negative that go to the battery. But instead of hooking them directly to the battery, I need the dead man switch, because if I don't have a dead man switch and I fall out, the kayak will simply take off on me. So here's how it works. I take the black wire and I just stick it in here. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Okay, now the black from the battery goes to the other side of the dead man switch. That's what this is right here. And then I take the red wire from the kayak, from the trolling motor. I take the red wire and I put it on the red terminal. Okay? So I'll just tighten that up a little bit. So I have it on my kitchen table because right now I'm up in Canada and it's like 20 below outside, so I'm showing you how it works. Now, in my control, you can see, maybe you can't see, but the motor is going, okay? And I got all kinds of speeds. Got even reverse. All the speeds you'd have if I was doing this, just hooking the trolling motor up to a battery. But now I'm going to show you, here's the dead man switch, and when I pull this out, you'll hear it, you'll also see it, but see if we can do it all at once, I don't know. So I'm going to give it a pull out. Stops. Put it in. And when it gets pulled out, there we go. And again, if I'm in the fallout and the water comes out and it stops. So that's how it works. And it's real convenient. I don't have to be... So that's how it works. It works really, really well. I feel really safe with it. I go out on some big waters. The Ottawa River, I live in Ottawa. The Ottawa River, it's like a mile across in a lot of places. Big waves, it's deep. It is current, and with this, I'm quite content. I do a lot of lake fishing too, and I hope that'll give you some ideas. Now I'm going to give you some links to where to get a dead man switch. Amazon, anywhere from $15 to $30 you can get one, and I'm also going to give a link if I can remember how to do this, onto how I set up my whole kayak with the transom, which is made out of aluminum. I don't know if you can see it here or not, but the transom support's made out of aluminum, and I have a video on that as well, so if you want to check it out. And good kayaking, good fishing. Okay, thank you.